What's up, guys? Jamie Calloway here. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my second channel, and like me on my Facebook fan page. All links are in the description. So, I'm going to talk about WrestleMania and a little bit of Raw. But I'm not going to go in the order that the matches happened because I don't exactly remember the order. I remember, obviously the first match was Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, and the last match was Rock versus Cena. But anyway, of course I remember what happened in the matches, but I don't remember the order. But Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, which was first, I didn't expect it to be an hour long. It was the opener, and I thought maybe they should put on a good opener since it is WrestleMania. And I wouldn't have minded if Sheamus won if it was obviously it wasn't going to be 45-minute matches obviously the three main events were, but 18 seconds is really ridiculous. Are you trying to top when Rey Mysterio versus JBL? It's not funny, and it's not something to be proud of, especially at a WrestleMania. And it's Daniel Bryan. He's very talented, and you're going to treat him like that? And after the stuff he's done, he's very over with the crowd if you hear yes, 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 yes. And people love him. Why treat him like that? Obviously it's not Sheamus' fault. It's not like he, went to Vince oh, I want to screw Daniel Bryan over. But 18 seconds is ridiculous. The Divas match was longer than that, and that's pretty sad. And the Divas matches are usually short as hell. But what are you gonna do? It's really quite sad. Even if it was 5 or 10 minutes, maybe it's because the other matches were very long. But they were great. Meaning Taker versus Triple H, and Cena versus The Rock, and Jericho versus Punk. But I wouldn't have minded if it was a good match, a decent opener, and Sheamus won. But not 18 seconds. That's just ridiculous. So there was Cody Rhodes versus The Big Show, and it was an okay match. Cody Rhodes did great. He's a great wrestler. So hopefully now that he lost, which I didn't like, I would prefer Cody Rhodes to win. But since he didn't, hopefully he goes into winning the World Heavyweight Championship or going after a higher title than the Intercontinental title. And Big Show, I really could care less about him. I don't like him. Regardless if he's a heel or a face, I don't like him, period. And him winning is kind of gross, but at least Cody can go after other titles. Kane versus Randy Orton. Now, I like both of these wrestlers. I love Randy Orton as a heel more than a face, but I still like him. And Kane, I just adore. But I wouldn't have been half surprised if Randy Orton won, because he is Randy Orton. And it was his birthday. But I think WWE isn't that generous because they have fired someone a few days before Christmas or some holiday. So I don't think they would be, that generous to let Randy Orton win on his birthday. Which he didn't lose. Which he didn't win. But the match was good. I love the choke slam by Kane and Randy Orton. The pinfalls. There's nothing more I can really say about this match, but I do like them both. So, Beth and Eve versus Kelly and someone else, right? Some celebrity person. I didn't watch this match. It was my piss break, and I went to go in the kitchen to get cookie dough ice cream. I could hear them screaming from the kitchen. And I swear, if you were not a wrestling fan, you happen to walk by someone's room, and you're hearing moaning and screaming, you might think they're watching porn in there. Because they're and from where I could hear, they were screaming, like they were having sex in the ring. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I would rather much see an actual legit Divas match. Why don't you actually put in people that are talented? The only talented person in this match is Beth. Why not have Beth versus Natalia, or Natalia versus Beth versus Karma? Or, people like that. But not gonna hear to complain for like 5 minutes on the Divas. So next match. Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. Who was in this match? Oops. David Otunga and Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, Miz, Drew McIntyre versus Santino, Great Khali, Zack Ryder, Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, Booker T. This was basically just to replace the Money in the Bank because Wade Barrett is hurt, and they would have had Money in the Bank this year and he would have won it, but instead we get stuck with this. And honestly, it's too many people, too clustered, and I didn't really pay attention too much during this match because it didn't interest me, and there was too many people, and there was only a few people I actually liked in this match. And Team Johnny won, which he's annoying as hell, ignore the barking outside, but if he's doing a great job as a heel if he's pissing us off that much. I really could care less about the whole general manager thing because that storyline totally died out long time ago. But anyway, next match. So now I'm going to talk about the 3 main matches that everyone wanted to see, which were the longest, which they were amazing. But anyway, Jericho versus Punk, Taker versus Triple H, and Rock versus Cena. I'm not going in the order, but I'm just going in, just saying the matches. So, Jericho versus Punk. Great match. 2 best in the world. I couldn't choose a side. I absolutely adore both of them, so it was hard to pick. But great wrestling by both. I mean, they have great mic skills. They're both great wrestlers. Just great wrestling match. And, pinfall after pinfall. Signature moves. What more could I say besides I would just be repeating myself saying how great of a match this was. So, anyway, out of these 3 matches, what was your favorite match? So, now on to Taker versus Triple H. I mean, there's a lot of emotion to this match, and you thought Shawn Michaels was going to screw over either one of them. And just the anxiety of what Undertaker looked like without long hair. I mean, I was actually really surprised because of the images that were coming up online. I mean, when you saw one of them, he had no hair, just little fuzz right there. But I actually really like his haircut. And the moves in this match, the pinfalls, oh my god. Seriously, they had me going that I thought when Undertaker was Sweet Chin Music by Shawn Michaels, I'm just like, shit. I was having multiple heart attacks during this match. And I actually really liked the way that they played out the guest referee with Shawn Michaels because everyone thought that this would ruin the match, that he would ruin the match. He didn't ruin it at all. I love the way they actually played it out and everything. And he didn't screw anyone. Because I was like, oh shit, when he attacked Taker, but Taker kept pushing him away because he wanted to stop the match, he wanted to ring the bell, and he kept stopping Triple H from hitting Taker. And I mean, the match was incredible. The moves, the counters, tombstone, pedigree, the chair shots. Did you see the welt on Taker's back? When's the last time you've ever seen a Hell in a Cell like that? I mean, back then I know they used to drown in their blood, but literally, have you ever seen a match like that in a long time in a Hell in a Cell? There was actual blood. Who marked out with blood? There was blood on Taker's forehead or something, and all over his chest, and then he had the welt on his back. And when Triple H was pounding him with the chair, and then with Triple H, did you see his eye? He was bleeding a lot too. I mean, that's a lot for PG. For PG standards, anyway. They had me thinking that this year that the streak could possibly end. And that one part where Shawn Michaels super kicked Taker, and then I'm just like, damn, I thought this better not be over. And then he kicked out, and I could relax. I mean, I was shaking during this match, and I was getting like worked up in this match. And then I relaxed when Taker won. It was a great match. The blood, the emotion. They're both great wrestlers, icons, and I loved at the end. Much respect for all three of them that they have together, and that must have been an epic picture. All three of them to take that. That's gonna be like my profile picture for everything on my phone, but an iPod. But anyway, now on to Rock versus Cena. They did it awesome as well. It was also an incredible match. And I really thought Cena was going to win, so I was really happy and surprised that Brock won. And, I mean, the false pins, I thought, this is it, Cena has it, and then Rock kicked out, and then Cena kicked out, and, they all did their signature moves. And then at the end, when The Rock was, like, dead in the ring, he was closing his eyes, and then he went like that with his arm. I'm just like, thank God, because how could you make The Rock tap out? I was like, they're not going to actually do this. Cena's not actually going to win. And then Rock won, which was awesome, and Rock was awesome on Raw last night too, and Brock Lesnar came back, and that was awesome, and then he attacked Cena, which is great. Quick Raw review right there. I enjoyed Raw. Tell me what you think. Taker versus Triple H was absolutely amazing. That was my favorite match. So tell me what your favorite match was and what you thought of WrestleMania and Raw.